Today, on this quiet morning of October 10th, I come to you with the same gentle breath that filled your lungs when you first opened your eyes to the world as a tiny baby. It's the same breath that will softly hold you close when your final night arrives, wrapping you in warmth like an old, familiar blanket. And right now, in this very moment, I want you to pause everything else and just listen. Really listen, with your whole heart. Imagine this. Archangel Michael, that strong and faithful protector from the heavens, is standing right at your door. He's not pounding on it like some angry visitor in a storm. No, his knock is steady and calm, cutting through all the loud chaos of the world around you, the endless buzz of phones, the rush of traffic, the worries that chatter in your mind like a radio left on too long. He's not here to scare you or make you jump. He's here to help you feel solid again, like a firm hand on your back when you're about to stumble. Picture him there, tall and shining with a quiet light, his presence like a lighthouse beam slicing through fog. In this exact second, feel his hand resting lightly on your shoulder. It's warm, not heavy, and through that touch, he whispers words just for you. Hey, friend, make some space in that heart of yours. Clear out a little room, because something way bigger than all the fears you've been carrying is heading your way. It's coming, steady and sure, and it's going to fill up those empty spots you've been trying to ignore. Don't let those precious seconds slip away like sand through your fingers. Gather them up instead. Hold them close, like you'd cup warm glowing embers from a campfire on a chilly evening. They're not just passing time. They're the building blocks of something beautiful. You see, a surprise is already stepping onto the path that's yours alone. It might not look familiar at first. Its face could be hidden in the shadows of everyday life, something ordinary that doesn't scream miracle right away. But trust me, it carries my own special mark, like a handwritten note tucked inside a gift. This isn't some random twist of fate or a lucky break from the universe. No, it's been scheduled, planned out with care, like an important appointment in my book that no one can cancel. And here's the truth you need to hold on to. This moment, this time, won't circle back around exactly like this. It won't repeat itself in the same way, with the same gentle nudge. So don't turn your head away. Don't let doubt pull your gaze to the ground. Look up, lean in, and let it find you. I've been watching you, you know. Not from far off, like a distant star, but right up close, seeing every brave word you've spoken even when your voice wobbled like a leaf in the wind. I've noticed those mornings when the heavy weight of yesterday tried to pin you to the bed, making every muscle ache with, "Just stay down." But you didn't. You pushed back the covers, swung your feet to the floor, and stood up anyway, one shaky step at a time. I've counted all those quiet moments when you gave your time, your energy, your listening ear to someone who needed it, without waiting for a thank you or a round of applause. And those times you forgave, deep in your heart, when no one else was around to see the hurt or hear the silent prayers. I've seen every single one. Oh, and the tears. The ones you brushed away quickly, hiding them from the world because you didn't want to seem weak. I've gathered them all, like precious raindrops in a jar, not one lost or forgotten. I'm the one who never lets anything go to waste. Not your efforts, not your pain, not even the smallest act of kindness you thought no one noticed. So tonight, as the stars come out, I'm pouring it all back into your life, fresh and renewed. What you thought was gone forever, scattered like leaves in autumn. It's returning, multiplied. You'll look at places in your life that seem dry and empty, like cracked earth after a long drought, and suddenly you'll see a harvest bursting through. Green shoots, ripe fruit, life where you least expected it. And in that moment of wonder, you'll finally understand why the waiting felt so endless, why those long seasons stretched out like a road with no end in sight. The reason, my dear one, is love, my endless, patient love for you. It's not a love that rushes in carelessly. It's one that takes time to prepare you, to build you up strong enough to hold the very things you've been asking for, without them overwhelming you or breaking you down. Picture Archangel Michael right there beside you, his voice a soft murmur in your ear. Be still right here in this spot. Don't fidget or fret. This is the turning point, the place where everything shifts, like the first light of dawn chasing away the dark. Your mind, bless it, has been running like a marathon runner on a track that loops forever, circling the same unanswered questions over and over. Why this? What if that? How come now? Those thoughts have no finish line. They just keep going, wearing you out. But today, I'm reaching in and gently pulling you off that worn-out path. You don't have to keep racing to outrun whatever's chasing you, those shadows of doubt, those echoes of past mistakes. I'm the solid wall they'll crash against and shatter, leaving you safe on the other side. So lean in close and listen carefully, because there's a message coming your way. It won't arrive with fanfare or fireworks. It'll feel like just another ordinary moment in your day, the kind of thing people scroll past on their phones without a second glance, like a quick email or a chance comment from a friend. But hidden inside that simple thing, I've tucked a key, shiny and ready. When that key shows up, don't question it or argue with it like you do with so many other things. Just take it in your hand and turn it. Let it unlock doors that your memory insists should stay bolted shut, doors to new chances, old dreams revived, paths you thought were closed forever. I'm not working together with your old fears anymore. Those days are done. Now, I'm partnering with your future, the bright one I always planned for you. You've whispered to me in the quiet hours. Will I miss it? What if I mess up again and take the wrong step? Hear my heart on this. I'm so much better at guiding you than you are at wandering lost. You won't miss what's meant for you. It's got your name etched on it, clear as day. What got delayed along the way? It's not denied. It's just ripening. And what was taken from you unfairly? It's under my review now, called to account, and justice is rolling in like a wave. I've sent Michael ahead to that busy crossroads in your life, where all your paths meet and tangle. He's standing there like a bright, unmissable signpost, glowing so you can't ignore him. He raises his sword not to point it at you or make threats, but to slice cleanly through the things that pretend to be loyal friends while quietly working to hold you back, to make you smaller than you are. While you slept those restless nights, he's been listening in on the whispers, the negative words spoken against you in hidden places, and he's turning them upside down, bringing you the exact opposite. They said you were too late, always playing catch-up. I say you're right on time, perfectly placed. They said you were too small, not enough for the big things. I say you're exactly my size, fitted just right for what I have in mind. When you stand tall in me, rooted deep, you've been so faithful in those lonely hallways lined with closed doors, where hope felt thin as paper. You kept your hands clean and your heart open when it would have been so much easier to cut corners, to compromise just a little for quicker results. You gave back kindness even when suspicion stared you in the face, and you met cruelty not with more hurt, but with a wise silence that spoke louder than words. You didn't realize it then, but every one of those small choices, those everyday decisions made in the quiet, was like laying new bricks in the foundation of your spirit. They rearranged everything around you, shifting the beams of light, strengthening the walls of your inner world. Yes, that's exactly why the miracle heading your way is so huge, so overflowing. It has to match the scale of your steady obedience, your quiet yes when no one was watching. A tiny cup can't hold a rushing river. That's why I've been asking you to stretch your expectations wider, even on days when your hands felt empty, when all you could see was lack staring back at you. Right now, you might feel a little tremor deep in your spirit, a gentle shake like the ground humming before a train rolls by. Don't slap a label of anxiety on it and push it away. This is the river rising, slow and powerful, filling up the dry riverbed of your life. This is the chariot of answers drawing closer, wheels turning with purpose. This is the yes you've been praying for, learning to say your name out loud, claiming you fully. It arrives carrying a deep peace that sneaks in and disarms all your frantic thoughts, those racing worries that spin like wheels in mud. Michael is reaching out now, his touch light on the top of your head, pouring calm like cool water over fevered skin. He's lifting away the thick fog of discouragement that tried to pass itself off as smart advice, as realistic thinking. I'm cutting through the big lie that whispers, "Protect yourself by not hoping too much, it'll only hurt again." No, the real protection comes from hoping the right way. In me, steady and true, not in your own quick fixes or in how others are feeling that day, which can shift like sand. There's a meeting set up for you, one you didn't pencil into your calendar or plan out step by step. It's coming, unexpected but right. There's a simple sentence waiting to drop into your world, one that will reframe the whole struggle you've been wrestling with, turning the picture upside down so you see the beauty hidden in the battle. And that door you've walked past 100 times, glancing at it but thinking, "That's not for me. That belongs to someone braver, someone luckier." Today, when your hand brushes the handle, it'll feel warm, alive, inviting you to turn it. Some folks watching from the sidelines might shrug and call this timing a fluke, just coincidence piling up. But you'll know better, deep in your bones, because it'll carry 3 clear marks of my touch. First, it lines up with real peace, the kind that settles like a soft blanket. Second, it calls for courage, not wild recklessness, but a quiet bravery to step forward. Third, it grows your kindness, making you softer toward yourself and others, not harder or sharper. If something shows up that sucks the compassion right out of you, leaving you drained and empty, that's not from me. If it piles on more fear, making your world feel smaller and tighter, not mine. If it tries to shrink you down so someone else can feel taller, walk away, that's not my style. But if it invites you to move ahead with a calm sureness in your step, and it asks you to love even bigger as you grow into who you're becoming, then that's my handwriting all over it, clear as print. You've been asking for a sign, something to point the way. Well, this is it. Watch for it. The very next time you face one of those small tasks you usually dodge, like sorting that messy drawer or making that quick call you've put off, you'll find grace waiting there first, making it feel light as a feather instead of a boulder. Notice that shift, that ease, and whisper yes to it. Your simple yes will unlock the bigger yes waiting just behind, like one door swinging open to reveal a whole hallway of light. I'm not throwing a storm your way to test how tough you are or to see if you can grit your teeth through it. No, I'm bringing clarity instead. Clear, bright light that multiplies your strength, making you not just survive but thrive. Pay attention to how your energy starts bubbling back up when you stop replaying the old hurts in your head like a broken record and start practicing the promises instead, speaking them out like lines in a play you're directing. That injury from before? It was a teacher, sure, but its lesson is over. Class dismissed. Don't sign up for a repeat. The promise, though, it's alive, breathing, full of possibility. Jump into that class with both feet. I've gone ahead and untangled a stubborn knot in the thread of your progress, the one that kept everything twisted and stuck. You couldn't spot it before because it was hidden under an old idea you grabbed onto long ago, back when pain felt more real and trustworthy than hope ever could. That conclusion you drew about yourself, "I'm not enough," or "this is as good as it gets," I'm revoking it today in my name with full authority. It's null and void. You're not defined by the mistake you clawed your way through. You're not the quiet person someone forced you to become, shrinking back into corners. You're not the almost or the what if. Your true self, your identity, it's not up for debate or review. It's locked safe under my protection, guarded like a treasure. Michael's stationed right there in the file room of your memories, the place where old stories get pulled out and dusted off. He's stamping redeemed boldly on every page that tried to box you in or tell a harsh tale about who you are. When the accuser shows up with faded copies of your worst days, waving them like evidence, my final word overrides it all. Joy. Pure, unshakable joy. Now, let me speak straight to your home, that space where you lay your head and hang your heart. I'm sweeping out the stale air from old arguments that overstayed their welcome, lingering like smoke after a fire you thought was out. I'm inviting gentleness to pull up a chair at your table, treating it like a long-lost friend finally home for dinner. And here's a simple invitation for you. Rebuild that little room of gratitude in your day. It doesn't need fancy walls or decorations, just a plain chair to sit in, a window to let light pour through, and a lamp to chase away the dim spots. Every morning, even if it's just for a quick breath, slip in there and name one mercy. One small good thing, the coffee that tasted just right, the birds singing outside, the way your body carried you through the night. This isn't about earning the miracle coming your way. It's already yours. No, this trains your eyes to spot it when it arrives, like tuning a radio to the right station so you don't miss the song. Support us by sending a super thanks from $20 to $100. Folded Hands Sparkles. Your support helps Archangel Protection continue creating valuable content. Gratitude isn't pretending the hard stuff didn't happen. It's not denial with a smile. It's direction, a way to turn your head toward what I'm building right now, instead of staring back at the pile of what-ifs and why-nots I'm choosing not to use. I won't let manipulation sneak in dressed up as love anymore, pulling strings like a puppet master. Where favors came with hidden hooks and expectations, I'm snipping those strings clean and teaching you a simpler, truer way to connect, with no games, just open hearts. Where apologies were yanked out of you but never offered back, I'm shifting you into spaces where they flow freely, or better yet, where you don't need them to feel whole and able to breathe deep. The people meant to walk alongside you, hand in hand through the ups and downs. They'll cheer at your rising, not compete with it or dim their own light to match yours. Your growth will confirm them, make them stronger too, like two trees growing side by side, roots tangled in support. Don't say sorry for outgrowing the old ties that tried to keep you soft and bendy, easy to shape. Honor what those lessons taught you, the strength they built, the wisdom they carved, but then step over the threshold into what's next. Michael's holding that door wide open for you, right this minute. That surprise on its way. It won't catch you off guard or scrambling. I've been quietly stocking your heart with courage, the steady kind that doesn't shout, like a wise parent filling the pantry shelves before a big storm hits. Canned goods, fresh bread, enough for days. You won't run dry in the middle of saying your big yes. There'll be plenty. I'm placing names and faces along your path too, people who'll echo back the truth when the world's noise tries to drown it out again. Spot them by their fruit, the way they make you feel. Braver, not buried under busyness. Clearer, not confused. Freer, not fenced in. Softer, not shouting louder to be heard. They won't haggle over your worth to claim their spot at the table. They'll know there's room for everyone, abundance enough to go around. There'll be a knock soon, maybe a real one on your door, or the soft ping of an email, a text lighting up your screen, or even a question tossed your way in passing. Answer it without overthinking. And when that old fear starts rattling off its list of what-ifs and bad odds, like a worried statistician, let Michael step in. He won't debate or yell back. He'll just announce, clear and firm, "My peace is here with you, and it's not some fragile thing that breaks easy. It stands strong under heavy loads, under close looks, under praise, or when folks misunderstand you. It holds when you step into rooms you only dreamed of before. So walk softly into those places, but don't make yourself tiny to fit. You're meant to fill the space you're given. You've been wondering out loud in your prayers if your efforts are just vanishing into thin air, ignored like letters sent to a wrong address. Listen close. I've seen every seed you planted, every tiny effort you poured out when no one was clapping. I've watered them in secret, in the hidden places you haven't peeked into yet, bringing life where you thought death had won. Growth is a sign to those spots, new chapters waiting for your feet. You'll step into them like coming home to your childhood house, but expanded, rooms added, light everywhere. Don't jump at the ease you find there, where resistance used to block every move. You walked through fire for so long, this smoothness might feel suspicious at first, like, is this a trick? Let it teach you slow. Not every step forward has to bleed. The cross I carried once, it was enough for all the pain. Now, pick up lightness instead, wear it like a loose coat on a warm day. I'm bringing back the color to those dreams you let fade to gray, the ones disappointment kept slapping fresh coats of dull over, until they hung limp in the closet of your mind. Pull them out now. Shake off the dust. Let them stand in the sunlight, bold and bright. Some won't fit anymore. You've grown too much, stretched into a bigger version of you. Let them go without a grudge. They're just old skins. New ones are being tailored fresh, stitched to your exact measure. I'm matching your heart's capacity to the calling on your life, so it doesn't overwhelm. The tools you need, they're already close, within arm's reach. Watch the pattern unfold. The right book falls open to the page you need. The sentence jumps out like it's yours. The invitation arrives unasked. The rest sneaks in like a gift. Yes, rest, because this miracle needs you present, eyes open and calm, not frantic and frazzled. Ahead, your path splits like a fork in the road. One way leads back to the familiar tax of self-doubt, that heavy toll of maybe not me. The other, its simple allegiance to what I've said about you, chosen, capable, cherished. Pick that one, even if your knees knock together like they're dancing to their own nervous tune. Courage isn't about never feeling the shake. It's choosing to move anyway, one foot in front of the other while the tremble happens. Michael scouts ahead, steadying the ground under you, turning what looked like a sheer cliff drop into a staircase when you tilt your head just right. Take that first step. The next one will light up clear. That's how faith moves, not with a full map laid out flat, but with a single lamp glowing warm in the dark, showing just enough for the next bit. Forgiveness. It'll be your surprise passport, stamped and ready. There's someone whose shadow still lingers across your doorway, blocking light you deserve. You don't have to drag them back inside for tea and talk. No invitation needed. But to reclaim that space fully, forgive. Not to say it was okay or to welcome more hurt, but to evict the memory of harm, sweep it out like old cobwebs. Forgiveness isn't giving a free pass. It's declaring, you don't get to steer my life anymore. Watch what happens. Energy floods back into those shadowed corners, quick as dawn. Creativity stirs, grabbing a pen and begging for paper. Sleep slides in easy, no more haggling with midnight fears. To the knot of worry about provision, whether there's enough money, time, strength, I'm speaking multiplication, increase that spills over. You're not some beggar scraping at a cheap table, hoping for crumbs. You're my child, seated at the head where abundance starts flowing, plates heaped high. I'm showing you the difference between impulse, that quick rush into shiny fakes that promise fast but deliver empty, and true instruction, the timed whisper that lines up your steps for the real gold. I'll breathe stop when a trap glitters too bright, pulling for a hasty yes. And I'll nudge now when a humble chance hides treasure under plain wrapping. Obey that voice, and supply meets you like an old friend who knew your route all along, waving from the corner with exactly what you need. Days are coming when memory tries to slap a temporary label on this fresh start, whispering it's just a phase that'll fade. Grab a pen and write this down big. Today, the turning kicked off. Today, October 10th, the seal cracked open, and the river started flowing free. Today, Michael pressed a holy urgency into your awareness, not the panicky kind that chokes, but a sacred now that wakes you up kind. He's borrowing these seconds, so regret can't crash your tomorrow like an uninvited guest. You've got them in your hands. Use them well. Say yes to the pull in your spirit. Bless the ground holding you up, solid and sure. Tuck away that tiny armor you've worn too long. It never fit right anyway, and slip into trust instead, light as a scarf on a breezy day. I'm not calling you to whip up a miracle on your own, like some magic trick. Just make room for the one I'm bringing. Clear the clutter, open the windows. Loosen your grip on those outcomes you cling to for safety, the ones that keep you locked in what feels secure but isn't. Real safety, that's me, wrapping around you. Destiny, that's my gift, handed over with a smile. When you pray today, keep it short and real, no fancy speeches. Spill where it hurts, where hope feels too scary to touch, where you crave a sign, where running seems easier than staying. Then hang in the quiet a beat longer than usual, that extra breath between words. In it, I'll slip the reassurance you're always hunting elsewhere. Don't chase fireworks. Sometimes the biggest miracle is peace that doesn't need a show, just a steady glow. I'm syncing the clock in your heart with heaven's rhythm for this next stretch. Delay's losing its grip, running out of words to say. Acceleration, it's picking up your language, teaching you to move swift without stumbling. You'll see in days what dragged on for months before. Carry loads that used to buckle your knees without a sweat. Not 'cause you've turned superhuman overnight, but because you've finally dropped the past's broken anchor. No more dragging it chain by chain. I'm snipping that rope right now. Feel the lift. That holy lightness, like shedding a coat on a spring day. It's not shirking duty. It's pure release, freedom to run. Some around you might not get this shift, scratching their heads at your new ease. Bless them with a smile. No explanations owed, no defenses up. Your results will tell the story louder than words ever could. Your peace. It'll shine like a billboard on a dark road. Your kindness. That's your shield, soft but unbreakable. Michael's got the arguments covered, the ones you don't need to show up for. Just walk on, steady. Let joy creep back onto your face, no sorries attached. Let your home echo with laughter it's missed for too long, that bubbly sound bouncing off walls like confetti. Let your work get the best of you now, the excellence you've always wanted to pour out, freed from the nagging fear of not enough. In this hour, mind your words like treasures. Don't narrate doom over your tomorrow, scripting shadows where light belongs. Speak life instead, even in the little sentences that slip out casual. I'm guided. I'm protected. I'm provided for. I'm loved. Let those be the tracks your day runs smooth on, steady rails keeping you straight. Skip the world's doom prophecies, that constant broadcast of storms and shortages. You're tuned to a different station, clear and strong. You're a lighthouse, fixed and beaming, not a weather vane twisting in every gust. Those storm reports, they don't sway you. Your light, it guides the ones caught in the squall. Before the sun dips on this day, do one small thing that lines up with a miracle. One act of yes. Hit send on that message. Dial the number. Tidy the corner that's bugged you. Set the alarm for tomorrow's step. Tweak the plan. Sip the water slow. Take the walk around the block. Forgive that name still stinging. Delete the lie saved in your notes. Crack open the document. Scribble the first line. Small steps like these, they're the doorway grace waltzes through, big and bold. Don't brush them off as nothing. They're how I build with you, brick by careful brick, breath by grateful breath, mercy layered on mercy, until your whole life stands as proof. I'm here. I've always been, right in the thick of it. I'm here now, closer than your next heartbeat. And tomorrow, I go ahead, clearing the way. The surprise isn't a snare, it's a table set full. The miracle? No whisper or wish. It's rolling, wheels turning. This setup won't loop back, but you won't need it to. You'll meet it head-on today. Michael's voice in your spirit isn't a faint echo. It's a trumpet, bright and kind, calling clear. Follow its lead. Step when it says step, light and sure. Rest when it calls for pause, deep and restoring. Speak when the moment nudges, true and timely. And when fear tugs for the spotlight, reciting its tired lines, let it watch from the wings as you stride forward anyway. I bless your hands, the ones that create and hold. I bless your thresholds, every doorway you cross. I bless your beginnings, fresh and full, and your endings, wrapped in grace. I bless the road under your feet, steady and true, and the sky stretching wide above. I bless your yes, that simple word that unlocks worlds. Move now, peacefully, with bravery woven in, joy lighting your steps. This is your hour, glowing soft. This is your turning, smooth as a river bend. This is your surprise, unfolding gentle. This is your huge miracle, arriving not with thunder but with quiet authority, like dawn claiming the sky. Open wide. Receive it all. Live into it fully. And don't glance back. There's only forward, bright and calling. As the words of this message settle into your soul like seeds in good soil, feel the weight of the day shifting from burden to promise. October 10th isn't just another mark on the calendar. It's the threshold you've been inching toward, the quiet pivot where waiting gives way to walking. Archangel Michael lingers a moment longer, his presence a steady hum, reminding you that you're not alone in the unfolding. The surprise you've sensed stirring? It's no longer a shadow, it's substance, shaped by love that knows your name. The miracle, vast and tailored, doesn't demand perfection from you. It invites partnership, your hand in mine as we step across the line together. Let this turning echo through your coming days, a ripple that touches every corner. Your work, your rest, your relationships, your secret dreams. What was prepared in silence now blooms in light. What was guarded in patience now flows free. You've been faithful in the small, the unseen, the ache-filled hours. And now the large awaits, not to overwhelm but to affirm. Carry this peace as your compass, this joy as your crown. The river rises, the yes arrives, the doors swing wide. Walk through, beloved. The path ahead is yours, lit and loved. If these words stirred something deep in you today, hit that like button to let the light spread. It's a simple way to say, me too, to someone else wandering the same road. And if you're not already, subscribe for more whispers of hope, more turns toward truth. You're loved beyond measure, right here, right now, cherished, chosen, and held. Keep listening. The best is unfolding.